Hello, good evening. I am thrilled to announce that we have two new licensees, and this is rather new for us. We have a mother-daughter team that is going to be teaching manners to go. Hi, Jules and Renee. It's so nice to have you. I want my community to have a chance to get to know you two.
Hi, and thank you for having us.
So great to be here.
Absolutely. Well, let's get started. How did you find manners to go?
I did some research during, our COVID slow time, and she and I spent some time looking around, looking at different programs and researching them. And every time we just kept
coming back to manners to go.
Well, we're happy to hear that over here. Well, we're happy to have you. I want to hear more about the reason why you thought it would be a good idea to have a mother-daughter teaching experience for your community.
So the aspect of us, mother and daughter, is that you get two different age groups. With me, teaching, I would love to teach other kids my age, proper etiquette, stuff like that. But it's very hard to connect with a teenager to teenager trying to teach that serious stuff. I figure when you have a teacher teach you something, when it's someone of an older age, it clicks very better or more well. And so having my mom teaching the teenage division and me with some of the younger division kids is what.
Yeah, we think that would work out really nice. And she also told me that she wants to see how I teach a class so that she can learn the whole process. And but having two totally different generations and joining together, I think is really important to feed off of each other.
Absolutely. And sometimes you can have your community make that choice as well.
That's right.
Yes. So Renee, I have to ask you, what are you seeing amongst your friends in the world of social skills and etiquette and manners?
There is a lot to say about my generation of teenagers. I fall into that category of whatever generation I am, but kids nowadays, we have had the availability of technology, which has kind of stunted some of our just usual etiquette manners that we use every day. Eye contact, handshakes, greetings. A lot of kids my age really do not know where to start or how even to do those things. And that's what kind of jump started this was okay, if kids my age don't know this and I know this, then they should know this. So teenagers having
I have a feeling they're going to be asking you a lot of questions. I really do. So Jules, what advice would you give your 21-year-old self?
Oh my goodness. I would give myself so much advice. Being confident, all it takes is to keep your spine straight, to lift your shoulders back, and to have the eye contact and having someone there to tell you that. I wish somebody could have told me, all you need to do are these small things and to appear more confident or more professional. It took me a while. It took me finishing college to realize how to interview and how to greet people properly. So it was a long process. I wish I would have learned when I was in my teenage years.
Sure. Yes, it's all in the details. And Renee, what would you tell your 10-year-old self? Or maybe you have a 10-year-old, if you were giving some advice to a neighbor, a 10-year-old, or maybe you have a younger sibling, what advice would you give them?
Your chin up. Do not let that crown fall.
That has so much meaning, doesn't it?
That crown fall. I've always had that, there's an invisible crown on your head, and you always have to keep your chin up to maintain that crown up, because that crown represents the confidence. And when I was younger, same as my mom when she was younger, I kind of lacked that confidence, not the cutest kid. And I wish I could have told my 10-year-old self to keep that crown up, because most of the time I did let it fall, and I wish I wouldn't have let it fall.
Oh, wow. I love that. That is meaningful in so many ways. And it does make just that one little shift in how you hold your chin. You can walk into a room as if you know where you're going and have that chin up. It does make a difference on how you feel on the inside and the outside. I have to ask this question. Who would you two invite to your afternoon tea?
So we both asked each other this question, and there's so many people we'd love to invite, but for me, it would be her grandmother, my mother-in-law, who grew up in England, and she's very proper.
I can only imagine.
And she's older and able to travel at this time, but I think she'd be so proud of not only myself, but seeing Renee.
Yes,
doing a
very
property.
proud.
I think she would think that would be the best thing ever.
Yes.
Oh, that's
She'd get a
really
kick out
nice.
of it.
I'm sure she would love to attend.
Yeah.
And going back to that, I would say my grandmother. However, I would invite Jackie Onassis to my tea party if she was still here. Jackie Onassis is my idol in so many ways, fashion industry and in the etiquette. She set such a great role model for kids my age, for women her age during the time of the 1970s, 80s, whatever that was.
Yes.
But I feel like her and I would just have such great eye contact, like just proper etiquette things over a proper etiquette tea party.
I know. We all love Jacqueline Kennedy. So many books about her. And of course, you can still look at all the fashion bloggers and just go on and Pinterest and see so many of her beautiful outfits. Even today, she still has an impact on so many women. Yes, I am right there with you.
Yeah.
I would want her at my party as well. Well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about the two of you. We are going to keep our eyes on you, and we're going to link to your website. And I cannot wait to see where you are in a few weeks and a few months. And again, your community is so lucky to have the two of you and the diversity that you bring. So take care.
So much.
And thank you so much.
Amazing.
Really has been.
Oh, good. Well, it's been my pleasure.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Take care.
Okay.